September 22nd, 2018. We're here at the Foxborough Horseshoe League tournament. We're located on Elm Street across from the town garage at the Stuart M. Webb Horseshoe Courts. A lot of people may not know that they're here, but there's 10 pits available to all the citizens here that want to use it. And it will work out for all of you who do. Right now, the teams that are here, there are 10 teams, and they fill the pits. There's 8 players on a team. They play from April until September. 1st of April to the end of September, and when they have their tournament. During the year, they play the best out of 5. During the tournament, it's best out of 3. You also have during the year when they're playing, they play up to 25 points per game. And then you have here today at the tournament, with only 3 games that they play up to 50 points. So it's quite a little bit different than they do during the normal season. They have 2 divisions, which are A and B. And actually, you play every team here 3 times during the season. Your standings at the end of the season designate the division you're in, A or B. That being the first 5 teams are in A, the second 5 teams are in B. Some of the teams: Pit 1, Morse Fence; Pit 2, Fish and Game; Pit 3, JK Shooters; Pit 4, Foxborough VFW; Pit 5, Briggs Mechanics; Pit 6, Chuck's Crew; Pit 7, Steve's Diggers; Pit 8, Stacks Doors; Pit 9 is actually Pit 9 Company. Used to be also called Cloud 9. Pit 10, KS Floors, better known here as the Wild Bunch. And they have fun. You might hear a lot of yelling and cheering, and that's the Wild Bunch on Pit 10 way in the background. And they have fun. They enjoy the game. We're going to be doing some interviews today. Hopefully I'll get Tom Murphy, Bowen, Charlene Bowen, Jeff Kingsley, and maybe a few others. And we'll see what we can get. They do different things here. They have a number of people on their teams that will come down, and hopefully I'll get an interview with them. Some of the questions that I'll be asking is, how long have they been in the league, how long they've been playing themselves, about their team maybe, and their sponsorship, which we'll get into with the teams. And I'll have to come in and see what we can get as far as interviews are concerned. During the season, as they play, and they have best of 5, with the 8 members of your team, if you happen to win 3 games, if you're involved in pitching one of the matches and you win 3 times, whether on your home team, your home pit, or the away pit that you're playing against, if you total it up with 3 wins, then you have to sit down and you can no longer throw for the rest of the night. And that makes it good, because that way everybody gets in, and it's not just certain players. So everybody participates. And those rules still go through with the tournament. If you're going to be winning all the time and you're going to be throwing, it just gets to be a little hard. So everybody gets involved. A lot of the teams have fun. I should say everybody has fun. It's been set up here since somewhere around 1976. This league has been going on. And originally they started out with, if I remember right, 4 teams. They were down on South Street somewhere, around the housing for the elderly, I guess, on South Street. And then they had other places that they had thrown, and they set up little pits. I think the VFW is one of them. They have a couple of pits in the back, and I think they even had some games there. And, I'll have to find out when, if I can find out, when they started here and when these pits were done. Which again is on Elm Street across from the town garage. I'm sure many of you have gone by and seen the pits here and wondered about them. They do advertise. They do many different things during the year, and they in the Foxborough Reporter, and they will notify people at the beginning of the season as to when they are going to be playing and doing their things here, and they'll actually have an advertisement out looking for new players, and they do have a waiting list of people that have called and notified Tom Murphy. Tom is their treasurer, and he does quite a bit for the town, for the league here, and he's very active in their group here, and has been since he started. We'll have an interview with him later on. So, right for now, I'm going to get some footage, and I'll be back with some interviews. So, thank you, people. Thank you very much.
Go, baby!
Almost. Anyway, hello again. I'm here with Tom Murphy, treasurer of the league. And Tom, thank you. Thank you. Give me some history, please. Of the league. You know, from what I've been able to find out, 1976, now the town started here.
I was in 6th grade.
You were in 6th grade then? And you were throwing that? No? Okay.
I've been playing.
So I got a little history.
Nice, Rod. Sister.
But you can just give me some information as far as the league and the team, what's going on today, if you could. How many teams?
Yeah, baby.
All right, so I'll just start from. I started in 1999.
Okay. So you've been at it for 20 years.
Yeah. And about 4 or 5 years into it, I became secretary. So I was kind of in charge of running the league. And I just passed the torch a couple of years ago. I'm still helping out in that phase. But I'm now the treasurer. So we start early April, Patriots Day. We play through this weekend, which is whatever it is, September.
So this past week was your last week.
Right. So we play Monday night from April through September.
And the time on Mondays is 6 o'clock?
It's 6:15 in the beginning of the season, and the end of the season is 6:30.
Okay.
We have lights here for night games as well. So that happens from early spring to now. We have a banquet in a few weeks just to celebrate the season, to hand out awards. So financially, being a treasurer, financial issues. So it's $200 a team to play. Each team pays $200. That $200 can be split between the players.
All right, cover it up, Rod.
One of the sponsors.
And that's the dues that helps cover for a lot of the different expenses, such as the food today.
Right. And then besides the $200 dues, we do a 60-40 raffle every week. So that money goes to a lucky winner every week, and then to the league. And then we do, some of the teams collect their cans and put their nose in and so that money goes to the cookout, the banquet, food, the banquet hall, sweatshirts, the trophies,
Which, by the way, everybody, 2017 on the shirt, A division, overall champion, Spence. The more Spence team, not just the champion.
No, not even close.
But that's good. Really. And this year, what place did you finish in?
We finished in 2nd place in the regular season.
Overall for the season.
And playoffs hopefully for our championship.
And for the season, like finishing whatever place it is, it's total wins.
Yes, so there's 3 rounds. In each round you play, there's 10 teams, 3 rounds, so you play one team once in a round. So you end up
Three times.
Three times.
So there's 9 other teams that you're playing 3 times during the year.
Right.
In the park.
And then you're split into two. We split into 2 divisions. The teams 1 through the teams by record. Teams 1 through 5 are in A division. Teams 6 through 10. So if you
Cover it up.
you're first place in A division. Sixth place. You're first place in B division.
Okay.
And then on tournament days,
Here's your penny.
Team 1 and Team 6 have buys. 9 and 10 play. 4 and 5 play.
Horseshoes, Ron.
And you have the 4 teams left. And your rewards that you banquet is for those 2 divisions?
Correct. So we give out. So we've changed it up a little bit, just because things. It's been $200 a team for 50 years.
Yeah.
And prices have gone up on things. So we do first place, both divisions get a sweater. Second place, both divisions get a t-shirt. First place overall, today's winners will also get a sweatshirt.
Overall, so the first 2 teams of A and B, the first team play each other?
No, they just up the A champion and the B champion. Okay. So I could actually.
Oh, okay.
So what happens?
So you can be both.
Right. So what happens sometimes, which actually saves me money. So if you win the A division, then you win the A playoffs today.
Only one.
And it'll have both. It'll have regular season winner, playoff winners.
Oh, okay.
So that saves us some money that way.
It's all about money all the time. You gotta have it. You gotta have it to do these things.
We used to give out trophies, individual trophies, but now we have trophies that just have team name. We've been using it every year, just change the name. We just have
Okay.
So you can look at the list. It's like a plaque almost. So you say like the 2014 winner, 2015 winner. The winning team gets to keep that season.
Do you have anything like that from the past, other years when they first started?
No, I think because when they first started, it was individual trophies. So I've been doing this way for probably 10 years. Trophy. A division and then a B division trophy. And we also do a sportsmanship award. It doesn't have to be the best player. It's someone who contributes or is a good person. And each team nominates someone.
That's what you have to deal with,
Okay, I remember something about bees. The bees are here because of the honey that's on the...
Nice.
So, so we have a sportsmanship award. Each team picks a player, and then we draw a sportsman award.
Good way of doing it. Yeah, recognizing other people.
Right. It's not, and we tell them it's not necessarily the best player. It's like the baseball, like the 10th player award. Above and beyond.
Again, you've been here for 20 years, just about. Your kids, do they play? They're into other sports.
No, they're into other sports. They used to, when they were small, they'd come up. Actually, Jeannie Morse bought us a little bus shoe, plastic bus shoe thing.
Oh, is that
to
right?
bring it up and the kids would play.
Oh, good. Good.
But now they're
typical with Jeannie.
now they're into other things. My daughter plays.
When they grow up.
My daughter plays high school volleyball. She runs track. My son plays high school track. He's done lacrosse as well.
Down and back.
He's
Down and back.
Yeah.
Good. Keep them active, that's for sure. Tom, thank you for the interview. I appreciate it.
Great. Hey, good to see you. Got to get you back out there.
Go see.
Sure.
They got him. Thank you. Thanks. Take care. here with Elmer Morse Fence, one of the sponsors. Good morning. And Elmer, thank you.
Oh my God! What do we got?
Just a few questions. I'm sure you're one of the old timers here.
What we got?
Tell me a little bit about your history, and maybe a little bit of history of the league that you can bring out.
Okay.
Little interesting facts, little tidbits.
I don't want to go way back.
Okay.
But when I was born in Walpole, we had horseshoe football back, and we were going regular horseshoes. And I fell in love with the game, played horseshoes at my house, and then I think it was 1976. Carl Fish, retired postmaster.
Yes.
He wanted to get small league started. Because we played horseshoes anyhow. Real horseshoes. Not scoring like you do today.
Oh, yeah.
You got 3 points for a winger and 1 point for an eye game.
It's like the horseshoe that you got that you find out in the field and you put over your door. Yeah, the real heavy one. Yeah.
No style, nothing, but we were pretty good at it at that time. But then we had the league that he wanted to get started, and I think there was just 4 teams at the time. And my West Coast, which was my business, we started as a sponsor. And that grew. More and more people wanted to play, so we didn't have enough room to get ahead of it. We started at South Street, South Street. And they had 2 pits there that we used to play. And it was ours to use, but we wanted more people to join in.
Hey, we'll talk back to each other, baby boy! Yeah, we will! I love it, Dan! I love it!
Because the Foxborough company had so many people there, they had their own league. Yep. And we were, okay, then use that. And then
Get down here, fire it up!
Hold
up! Little loud!
Now they supplied it down there, the company?
No, they just had the stage.
Oh, okay.
And they just more or less stayed more than that. Yeah, but we just took care of it.
Oh, okay. Good.
That was good back in the years. Another good player there. He was really pitcher with that. The mailman.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay,
We won't worry about it.
He was one year.
Come on, Rod.
Johnny King.
Okay.
Johnny King. He was a then we got to a large 8 teams, and now we have 10 teams. Each team can have 8 players.
Nice, David. Back on the roll.
People watching us and whatnot, family and all that, so it's been pretty active.
Right here on Elm Street across from the town garage. When were these pits originally put in? Do you remember? Offhand?
Yeah, probably 1978.
Okay.
We started out with just a few, and then more people stayed. We could have had a chance to go 2 more pits. We could have 12 pits. But we have land down there in the country.
Right. Well, there's a tree in the way now.
Yes, the trees going a lot bigger now, yeah, so that kind of took care of that. But, so we're happy where we are now. It's an easy place to get to. We don't make a lot of noise.
No, it's good. I mean, any sport, people get boisterous and things like that, but the guys here are really very good about it. I mean, they're not interrupting neighbors. It's a good location for them.
It is. We also have lights,
Yes.
which we pay for.
You pay for
It's
it, you
ours.
put them in, you
Yeah.
maintain them.
We get an electric bill every month or so. We take care of it.
So the dues that is paid
Well, we have everything there.
goes
All right,
through that.
Rod, I
You have
turned
to
it on.
bank
It's your
all
turn.
that is
Go.
included in the cost. So that's good. It's self-sufficient.
It's self-sufficient, and everybody has a chance to meet somebody they haven't seen for a while.
Yeah. Well,
Come
coming
on,
here
Rod.
today
Look at him.
and seeing a bunch of the guys and everything. And the teams that they were on when I played, they've now moved to other teams. So they move around.
Yes, they
You
do.
know, they don't necessarily stay to one team all the time. They kind of mix around, and it's good.
Yeah, sponsors have changed their names.
Nice.
Over
One more time.
Yep.
Mine is a big rule, North Fence. And the Legion was another original team.
American Legion.
American Legion, yeah.
And I think they're a different team now, aren't they?
They are different now.
Is it the VFW? They call it
They're
that?
still here.
Yeah, the VFW is.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah, they're...
and stuff. So yeah, I know that the names do change. And that's okay. The sponsors change. That's natural. You know, women. I noticed there's a couple of women throwing today. Women can play, women can do it. And they're here, and they're very good.
Women have the option, they can throw 20 feet with the men, throw 30 feet. That's a lot of them down here, but they can 20 feet. That's a good throw.
Yes, it is. Yeah. And hopefully we're going to have another interview with one of the ladies here, Sharon Bowl. And she volunteered to interview, so we'll talk with her and get her perspective of the whole thing.
Always happy to have you.
Oh, we tried. It's good. It really is. Elma, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
We'll have another hamburger.
I'm going to have a hamburger and a half. Thank you.
Be careful.
Yeah.
Let me then you can say you're doing it. Yep, I will. That's a old one. Hot meal. No dots in there, no nothing. Just 64.
Come on, Ron, let's go!
Okay, we'll do that. Thanks, Tom. Can someone relieve Jeannie for a minute? Get her over here.
There it is. Give me six now. Come on.
No, I know it. Tell her she needs to get over here. I'm going to have another interview here in a minute with everybody. I'm going to have Jeannie Morse come in and give us an interview. You need to sit down once in a while.
I know.
You know?
Yep.
Just so everybody knows, this is Jeannie Jeannie or Jean?
Jeannie.
What do you prefer?
Jeannie.
Jeannie. Okay, Jeannie Morse. She does everything. I don't think there's anything she doesn't do. And she does all the cooking here at the tournament.
Yes.
She helps with the team that they have, Morse Fence on Pit 1. She keeps all the guys straight. And she's not afraid to tell them,
Right.
which is good.
Yep.
You know? How long have you been involved with Horseshoes?
40 years.
Really? Always been here
Yep.
or elsewhere with Elma?
I started on Pop's team.
Okay. Which was?
Pop's Hanson,
Okay. All right.
Eddie Hanson's father.
So you're throwing
Yeah.
at the time. And
Yeah.
are you still throwing now? Or have you kind of...
No, I played one game with Peter.
Okay.
We do that every year. He shoots from
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
That's
shoots
right.
from 30
Yes.
feet.
Okay.
So I haven't shot.
Did you
in
beat him?
hand. He beat me.
Oh, come on.
I got a double ringers though.
See, she does awesome. She really does. She's an amazing lady. She really is. I had talked to Elmer, and I had got some history and stuff. Is there anything in particular about the league here that you really like? We talked about the people and how they interact with each other, and they kind of help each other.
Right.
And have you seen that throughout? And
Yeah.
how many women have you seen throughout the years that
Through the
play?
years, 1, 2, 5.
5 different women that have been playing
Yeah.
in the league.
Right.
And I know when I was on your team many years ago, the one lady that was in the league would constantly beat me every time I went against her, and you know, it blew my mind, but that's the way it is. You know, I mean, everybody has their own little talent. It doesn't matter who you
Yeah,
are.
as long as you have fun doing it.
That's right. Absolutely. You know. Again, you've been doing the most of the cooking here.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm glad that you're sitting down.
Thank you.
You know, it'd make it a little more comfortable for you for a few minutes.
Yeah, I don't mind doing the cooking.
I know you don't. You know, you know, and it bothers me that you don't have an extra helper, you know, to do that. So next year you're going to have a helper.
Okay.
I promise. I cross my heart. I hope, you know, all that good stuff.
Okay.
All right. I will be here to help you when you're doing the cooking.
Okay.
Okay.
I love that.
Is that okay with you?
Yep.
All right. I promise.
Okay.
Your team this year finished second place, I think, for the year. Your total wins and all that.
Yep.
I know you've got some fantastic players on the team.
Right.
You know, and they're throwing behind us right now. How are they doing?
Doing good.
Yeah.
We're playing the rubber match right now.
Oh, so you've each have won 2 games on whatever.
Right.
Okay, and this is okay. That's good.
Rubber game. Keep my fingers
And
crossed.
this is what, 50 points per game
Yeah.
for the tournament.
Right.
And this season it's
25.
25.
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Elmer gave me a whole lot of information, and I gave him some homework to do.
Okay.
You know, he's gonna go and look in his little records of when things happened and started here for the league and everything else. And,
Okay.
and we'll try to get it into the little graphic or something into
Oh,
the
good.
final cut on the different stuff here
Right.
like that. Okay. The ladies that have been here, I know there's 2 playing today. And I'm going to have one of them come down for an interview, which is great.
Okay.
You know, because we need to show that it's not just guys.
No.
You know, people seem to think that's what it is,
No.
and it's not.
I started, I had to shoot 40 feet when I first started.
Okay.
And
Which is the distance from
Right.
from the stake to stake
Yeah.
in each pit.
right. So I didn't mind because I could shoot 40 feet.
Yeah. And now
Now 30 feet.
30 feet. So would they move everything 10 foot forward?
Yep.
And you can throw from there.
Right.
And some of the footage that I have, you'll see some people, there's markers out here, and you'll see them shooting ahead of the pit. And that's the 30 feet you were
Right.
talking about.
Yep.
And that's for a lot of people that have a slight handicap, or just, you know, there's many different reasons why.
Right.
And it's good.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I mean, the league, I'm assuming, has rules that this is okay to do and like that.
Yeah.
Have you gone into any tournaments yourself?
No.
No?
I
None?
haven't been.
You're happy with this group, huh?
Yeah.
You're a
I
glutton.
love these guys.
Yeah, it shows. It really does. It
Yeah.
shows.
I won a long time ago an Attleboro tournament.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I had my picture taken in my picture was, yeah, sure. My picture was in the North Attleboro Sun
Okay,
Chronicle.
whatever it is. Okay, the
Yeah.
Audible Sun Chronicle.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
And I shot 40 feet from there.
Front page?
Yep.
Oh, front page news, huh?
Yeah. Elmer saved it. I don't know what he did with it.
Well, for a final thought here, what you see here is something that you can use to scoop up your shoe from the pit after it's been thrown, and you go in and you can pick them up. Helps a lot of times. You don't have to bend as far, you know. And when I was playing with their team, and these guys happen to win, not me. I'm on the bottom of the totem pole here.
No, you're not.
And a little side note here is during the year she always called me Hank for whatever reason. And your reason was?
I forgot your name.
You forgot my name, which is okay. I'll answer to most anything.
Okay.
And during the year she'd yell out Hank or whatever and really give me a hard time. And she should. So this was one of the prizes that they made for everybody that played on the team. And in it says in 2011, and it's got Hank on it. So I had to bring it today, and I had to show it to you,
That's funny.
you know, so that you don't forget.
All right, Mom.
So my name is, from now, Neil Hank.
Neil Hank.
Jeannie, it's good to see you. It
It's
really
good to
is.
see you.
You
I'm
know,
glad you're doing good.
thank you for doing the interview.
You're
Be
welcome.
careful, and if you want to take the chair and sit down, you can.
I have one over there.
Well, make sure you sit down,
I will,
please.
honey. Thank you.
Okay. All right.
I love
Get out of your way here.
Okay.
You got it?
Yep.
Okay. Good ceremony. It's really good ceremony. Okay? You be careful. I gotta tell you, she's an amazing lady. A lot of fun to be with and around. With that, we're going to wait and see if we can get another interview. We'll be back.
Guess I'll settle for a hot dog.
Okay, we'll try this again. Forget what we talked about, but we'll try it again.
Yeah. You lead, I
Again,
follow.
we're here again at the field. This is Neil Anderson, right?
That's correct.
Right.
Fellow Neil.
How long have you been on the league here?
In the
Or
league?
In the league.
I'd say 12 years.
12 years now?
Yeah, approximately 12 years.
Same
yeah.
team?
Yep, same team.
Good. And that is?
Right now it's Stack's Doors.
Okay.
We used to be Jeff's Towing. Before that we were Joe's Barbershop. We've gone
So
through a
it's
few sponsors.
Different sponsors.
Yeah.
Okay. And according to what I have here in standings right now, you are first place
Yep, we finished
in
first
the
place
A division?
in the A division in the league. Yep.
in the league.
Overall
Okay.
wins. Yep.
How are you doing right now with the tournament?
We're up 1-0 in our pit, and we're down 1-0 in their pit.
On the other pit. And you are playing?
Best out of 3.
And
Oh,
who-
we're playing Briggs Machines, pit 5, I think.
Okay. Okay. Wow.
Yeah. No.
So is it Briggs?
No, we're playing 4. I'm sorry,
I'm
we're
gonna
playing
say,
Foxborough
VFW.
VFW.
The VFW.
VFW,
I'm gonna
that's
say
correct.
the divisions here, yeah,
Yep.
like that. So,
VFW. Yep.
okay, so it's 1 and 4, and then 2 and 3
Yep.
are playing each other. Is that how it goes?
Yep.
Okay. As far as the league is concerned, have you had much of a changeover on your team as far as players?
We've over the years, we've had several players pass away,
Okay.
and we've replaced them, but we've never gotten rid of someone to get someone else better.
Right. No.
We're not like
Whoever
that.
shows up and the team
Yeah.
has a spot available.
Yeah, yeah. We're supposed to have 8. You can have up to 8 players on the
On a
team,
team.
and we always have the 8, and we always play
Yep.
the 8, no matter how good or how bad they are. I mean, we're not all
I know
great players.
I know when I first came down and I first started to throw some years ago, the openings that they had an opening on Morse Fence, and that was it.
Yeah.
And I just happened to come in and say, I'm available, and they said, okay, you're on this team.
Yep.
So it works that way, and it doesn't, like you say, it doesn't matter how well you throw, and there's a good combination on all teams, really.
Yes, there is.
From what I can see, everybody, you have the real good player and the other player like myself that's down here compared to people
Yeah.
up here.
Yep.
And it's a good mixture, and it should be. It should always be that way.
Yeah.
As far as the league, you're playing from April,
Yep.
beginning of April,
Beginning
right
of April.
on through until last week,
Yep.
and now you have your tournament.
Yeah. We play each team 3 times. It's a 3.
In the tournament,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. No, I mean in the
Oh,
league.
in the league.
Yeah.
During,
Yeah.
during
We
the
do.
league.
Yep.
During the league.
We have
okay.
three separate
During the year.
sessions. Yeah, during the year.
Okay.
Yep. So we play each team 3 times. So
So
it's
there's-
fun. You get to meet. You get to see everybody. It's not like
Yep.
you never get to play a certain team, and you get to be friends with all the teams because you play against them.
Okay.
So it's definitely fun.
One of the nights, I think you have doubles.
Yep.
So it's divided up. Your season is divided up into 3 segments.
Yep.
Where you play each team once in those 3 segments, and then 1 week out of that, there's a doubles night.
There's a
where you're
double header.
playing
Yeah.
2 teams. You're playing one, and then you play the next one again that
Yeah,
night.
yeah. The older I get, the tougher that gets because
Yeah,
you're
that's a
here
long
later.
night.
Yeah, it's
That's
a long night.
That's a long night.
And if it's
yeah.
cold, if it's rainy, it's an extra long night.
Yeah. Okay. Have you had much rain this year? Anything?
This year wasn't too bad. I think we threw twice in the rain.
Good. Okay.
So, and it's up to the team's discretions if they want to cancel or not. You just contact the other team and let them know that
so your captain does
yeah,
that, or your
yeah,
sponsor?
the captain talks to the other captain and says, okay, we're going to move it to next Monday. We'll have a double header, or we'll move it
Okay.
to Tuesday, and you can just show up and play the other team. But for the most part, everybody here's a mutter.
Yeah.
They
Oh,
play
yeah.
in the
And
rain.
It's fun in the mud.
It
It's
is
like
fun.
any sport, really.
Yeah. Yeah.
and stuff. That's what you want to do. Yeah?
Yeah,
I hate
no.
it when things are canceled, but hey.
Yeah,
you
no,
know.
my wife thinks it's funny because she'll say, "Oh, you're not gonna have shoes, so we can go out to dinner." I'm like, "Honey, we're gonna have shoes."
We're gonna have shoes.
Yeah, we do. She's used to it now after
People are
12
dedicated.
years. Yeah.
People are dedicated.
I mean, once in a while you wish you don't because it's cold, but it's like, yeah.
Well, I've been talking around and getting some information on the league, and believe it or not, somewhere around 1976 is when the league started. They started with a couple of teams. They grew to 4, and then they grew to 10.
Yeah.
You know, in different places that they played. So it's really good to see it grow.
Yeah.
You know, and right now the 10 pits, the 10 teams seems to be the norm.
Yeah.
As to what you're gonna do.
A few years back, there was a couple teams couldn't get 8 guys.
8 players.
Because we used to have to have 8, and you had to play all 8.
Yep.
And it got tough to get some play. I don't know what had happened. People weren't. How you doing, Stan? People weren't coming out, or
Yeah.
I don't know, intimidate. I don't know what it was, but for a while we couldn't get teams to get filled, and now we're full. Everybody's full. It's
Good.
I don't know if it's an explosion from people throwing a campground.
Well, Tom, well, that could be. I mean, like that. But Tom Murphy, their treasurer, he was telling me that they have a waiting list of some people right now, a couple of people, which is good.
Yep.
You know, and they'll notify them if someone can't make it and they're not going to be throwing anymore, and they'll be on that team.
Yep.
You know, they'll come in and they'll fill in, and that's the way it will be. You know,
Yeah.
and that's a good way of doing it, really.
It is. It is.
You know, so do you throw in any other tournaments yourself? Do you go anywhere else?
Yes, we. It's
Not
it's
as a team, but
no,
an
no.
individual.
As an individual, yes, there are money tournaments around.
Yeah.
And probably every weekend you can find a money tournament somewhere if you really
Really?
wanted to. Yes.
Oh wow.
Some of the bigger ones, though, maybe once a month there'll be a big money tournament in Bellingham. You know, they'll have 60 guys, and it's you know, $25 to get in. First place is like $500, and there'll be other money tournaments at a friend's house, Steve Stacks. You know,
'Cause I know
once a month.
I know that they've had people from the group here that have gone on a national.
Oh yes, they play in the
competition,
they play in the
and it's
NHPA.
amazing.
Yes, they go to the Worlds. We've had Rick Howe. He came in 6th in the Worlds. He's been on our team for a few years. He moved north of here, so he's not on the team this year. He just couldn't make it.
Yep.
I mean, he's excellent. I mean, Larry
A
Kiff,
lot of the guys that they
Al
drive,
Martin, they
drive,
drive
a
to New Hampshire
good
just to
distance.
throw in an
Yeah.
NHPA sanctioned tournament. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this isn't an NHPA sanctioned league, but
Right.
we all have fun.
Yep.
We all get along great. I've never had an issue here.
That's good.
Yeah.
You know, that's the way it should be.
Yeah, no, and
Well-
we're thankful we're still here, because the town was going to boot us out. And,
Well, they were talking about moving it, but that didn't work out. You know, and stuff like that.
Oh, they left
So
us
they
here.
left
I
you here,
like it.
and this is good. I mean, a good. What's the word I'm looking for? Where people can see the fields, see the league playing.
yeah, they can
and,
see
you
us
know,
playing. Yeah.
and stuff, and it's really good. You know,
Yep.
like that. So I'm gonna let you go. I
right,
know
thank you.
got a tournament going on.
Yep.
So
I'm going to go see how we're
thank
doing.
you, Neil.
Thank you, Neil.
Be careful.
Thank
and
you.
Good luck.
Thanks. I'll tell Charlene to come by.
Please.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks.
I'm here with Jeff Kingsley, the vice president of the league here, and you've been welcome.
Hi.
You know,
How are you?
tired. You know, but anyway, the other guys should be tired. You know, you're the ones that are doing all the work out there.
Oh, it's just a lot of fun for us to come here and and get out and have a good time.
Good, good. I've talked to other people, and they're giving me the dates and times that they've been here. You know, from April to this last week, and now the tournament and everything else. Can you talk to me about what you do after this tournament yourself? Do you play elsewhere?
Myself, we have a couple guys from the league that have pits in their backyard, so we continue after.
Okay.
We leave here and we have little small tournaments that just keep
Some
us
different
going.
friends and whatever,
Right.
and
And then
You
winter
get together.
Right, and then winter comes, and some of the guys. There's actually an indoor horseshoe
heard
facility
that.
in Connecticut that a lot of the guys go to.
It's in Connecticut.
Yes.
Okay. Nothing else around here that's indoor? that
We
you know
really
of?
don't have any indoor that I know of here.
Okay. I've heard about it in the past, and it surprised me. But I mean, it sounds like a good idea, you know?
Some guys
I mean-
really like their horseshoes and keep it going all
Oh,
year
yeah.
long.
You know, I wonder if some of these sports groups, some of the groups that they have their building here, they have all the basketball and all the
Oh,
different
yeah.
tennis and all that stuff. Maybe they should look into doing something like that. You
Oh,
know?
it'd be
It might-
great.
It might be really helpful, you know, and get another use out of their building, you know.
Yeah.
That would be good.
Yes, absolutely.
Your pit number what?
Pit 3.
You're pit 3, so you're in the second division.
Yeah.
JK Shooters.
JK
right?
Shooters, yeah. I'm the
Okay.
sponsor of the team at the moment. I've been the sponsor of this team for now, I believe it's 5-6 years.
Okay.
Yeah, so we've been going strong. Players come, players go. You know, you yourself
Yeah,
are
yeah.
on my team.
Yeah, yeah.
And, you know, unfortunate things happen to some people. We have a lot of older gentlemen in the league and younger people in the league that
It's a
you
good
know,
mixture.
It comes and goes, and you know, it's been here for a long time.
Yeah. Well, according to some of the people I've talked to, 1976 on,
Fantastic.
you know, which is amazing.
3 years after
You
I
know,
was born.
So it's you know, you're talking what, 40 plus 50 years, whatever it might be. You know?
Fantastic. Yeah.
So it's amazing. It really is, which is good. And they've been in other places in town. It's not just here.
Correct.
You know? So, as far as being the vice president of the league, what are
Sure.
some of your duties that you need to do?
Some of my duties will be to make sure on a game night if there's any questions on our rules or our bylaws.
Okay.
Uh,
So you have them handy if you need them.
correct.
Okay.
If we have any scoring issues, if they need, you know, one of us to come over and verify a score or placement of a shoe, that's what we're kind of here for.
Oh, okay. All right. I know sometime back when I was playing during the year, the regular season of shoes, I was cleaning the pit, you know, smoothing it out, and I pulled a muscle in my arm, and I couldn't lift the shoe to throw.
Yep.
It was tough to throw. It just wouldn't, you know, I just tore the muscle up here, and which happens, you know, happens to
absolutely.
different people. They didn't have a rule because
We do now have a rule.
they have it now, and that's
Yes.
why they have it.
Yes. So maybe we can name the rule after you.
You know, they couldn't. You had to finish the match. If you didn't finish the match, then you forfeited.
So-
And I was not about to forfeit, so I bit the bullet and kind of threw haphazardly, you know,
to finish the game.
and just to finish the game, so that they didn't have to forfeit.
Now, did you
And
win the game?
I don't remember.
Oh, that would have been a great end
I
to the
remember.
story.
I just remember hurting.
Yes, absolutely. So we
You
do
know?
have that rule in here now
And that's
where
good. They kept it.
if we
Good.
do have an injury where sometimes you can get hit by a horseshoe, get injured,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, they deflect
they
off.
bounce around.
Absolutely. We have the rule where you can be replaced by somebody on your roster
Yep.
of equal
Yes.
equal talent.
Yep. Yeah, well, I was on the bottom,
right.
so they had plenty of talent.
So they had plenty of talent. Fantastic.
You know, but yeah, that actually happened, and that's.
Yeah.
I was curious if you had them around the rules. You know, 'cause,
Absolutely.
You know,
Yep.
and it's little things like that that happen that you realize, okay, we need to do something to help
Always.
a member. You know,
Absolutely.
which was good.
Got the NFL who makes new rules
Yeah.
every year.
Oh.
Hey, the Horseshoe League is no different.
You know, the NFL, believe me.
Yeah.
You know, you can't touch the quarterback anymore.
No.
It's amazing. You know, it just,
Can't touch the vice
okay.
president either.
You know, there you go. Even better. Even better. You know, but Jeff, thank you for the information.
All right.
I
No,
know
thank you guys.
You've got things going on, and
Hey,
you want to get
you
back,
know, this tournament's going great for us so far.
Good.
We're winning, so I'm going to try to keep it going.
There you go.
Hey, thank you for the opportunity.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for coming up here to
Appreciate
visit us today.
Take care.
All
Good
right.
luck.
Thank you.
I'm just plain lazy.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that was Jeff Kinsley. Okay, and the JK Shooters, and like he says, it's a great group of people, and they just do things and they work it all out. And
Those guys are really good.
we'll go and try to get another interview and get some more information if we can. Thank you, and I'll be back along with the bees. Hey everybody, I'm back again. I'm here with Charlene Bowen. I hope I said it right. Thank you for doing this. I
My
do
pleasure.
appreciate it. Really.
My pleasure.
I want everybody to know here, this is an active horseshoe player, as you'll hear during the interview. Charlene, do you prefer Charlene or?
I do, yeah.
Okay. How many years have you been here?
In the league,
Play in the league.
This is my third tournament. Yeah,
Your
the
third
playoff.
year.
Yep, my third
Okay.
year.
How long have you been throwing
Probably
shoes?
for the last 5 years.
Okay.
You know, I started as a child, in the backyard with my dad and stuff.
Okay.
But it wasn't something I kept up with. I was in other sports.
Okay. You
and
played
then
many as
I
you
played,
grew up.
Well, I played in softball was my big, so I was a
Good.
pitcher. So
Oh,
same
really?
same kind of motion. And I had a neck injury a few years back, so
Okay.
the doctor said no more softball.
Now, when you were, as you say, as a pitcher, you what fast pitch, or was this?
I started in fast pitch, and then it was in slow pitch when I went into
Okay.
co-ed as I got older.
Okay.
So
I'll have a story to tell you later then,
okay.
about my brother's first wife. We'll get into that later.
There you go.
But anyway, being one of the, I see two ladies that are actively throwing here in the league with the men,
Yep.
against the men,
Against
and
the
everything
men.
else. Have you thrown against the other lady during the season?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Good.
Yeah, we compete against each other here in the league and outside
Yeah.
the league as well too.
Okay.
So.
Do you play in other leagues?
No, this is
Just
the only.
here?
Yeah, this is the only league I play in, but I do play quite often during the week in the
Okay.
summertime. So
You have your own pit at home?
I do. I haven't used it yet
See?
this year though. I've been so busy.
So
and
busy doing other
I've
things
met
and-
so many people, and they have such
Yeah.
wonderful setups. So
Yeah.
it's just easier to go there. So
Good. Good for you.
Yeah.
Wow. How did you do with the other lady?
we're competitive with each other.
Yeah.
So as I think I
Comparable,
mentioned,
same?
pretty
Okay.
much. This is
Not
you
on the
know,
hype end, but on the medium?
Yeah, we're very competitive, but not just with each other, but even with the men.
Good.
I do love to take the men out.
Yeah.
That's-
Well, I
being
mean,
competitive like I am,
when
that's what
I-
I'm doing right now.
When
so.
I was throwing here in the league some years ago, and I would get up on one of the teams, there was only one lady in the league then. And I went against her, I don't know how many times, and she always beat me. She was very good. And I mean, I was very, I'm just
Yeah.
one of the lower totem pole, an average player or whatever.
Yeah,
But she was good, and she was a hot ticket.
yeah.
And I'm assuming, just by talking with you and everything else, you're the same attitude.
Yeah, well,
You
it's
know,
all
which is
about
great.
fun, but we all have that competitive side, so that does kind of come out in all of us. But in the end, it's all about having a good time and keeping busy and, of course, winning.
Well,
Winning doesn't hurt.
It does. How are you doing today?
Well, unfortunately, we did really well in the first two games.
Okay.
Really kicked butt, and then we wound up going into a rubber match,
Okay.
and we lost the rubber match.
Oh,
So now
wow.
we're into the cash game, so I'm just here to take everyone's
Yeah,
money if
that's
I can.
right. They keep busy. People stick around to see who's going to win what, and they have their own little side tournament going on the side like that.
That's what
good.
we're doing
you
now.
know,
So
that's good.
and now I'm undefeated, so
So you're
Bring it on.
okay. So and I think in that little area there, you can find someone to throw with you. It doesn't have to be a team member or anything like
Oh,
that. It can
correct.
be anybody.
right. That's what we do. We draw cards. So you just pick
That's
a partner
right,
kind
that's
of a
right.
thing.
They match
So
the card.
They match
That's
the
right.
cards and do it
I
up that
forgot
way.
how they
Yep.
did it. Yeah, it's been
So
too
that's how
many
we-
years.
Yeah.
I forget a lot of things. This year, your team, what pit are you on?
I'm on 7.
You're on 7. So Steve's Diggers.
Yep.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. You finished 5th in the A division. That's a tough division.
Yeah, it is.
It really is. When
It
that
is.
group, that's the higher end players and things like that. So to go against them,
Yep.
you know,
Yep.
you,
Go against that league, it's going to be rough.
it's tough.
But
You know, and it happens.
they turned it on in that last game.
But they've had teams that come back from being the 10th team,
Yep.
you know, in the standings, and winning it all.
Right, and well,
in
a
some
game
years.
is never over until it's over.
Until it's
I've
over.
come back from 18 to 2.
A lady
So
at my
in-
own heart. Yeah, that's exactly
It's
right.
never over.
Oh yeah.
It's never over
Yep.
until it's over.
Yep. That's great. Charlene, thank you for being here.
Oh, thank you for your
for
time, Neil.
coming
Thank
and
you for
showing that
inviting
it's
me.
not just a men's league.
No, it's not.
It's for everybody. And,
It is for
you know,
everyone.
and
I encourage you to get out there and give it a try. It's a lot of fun.
great.
Yeah.
Thank
you again.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Take care.
And good luck with the.
Oh, thank
and
you.
stay
Yeah.
undefeated.
Oh, I'm gonna be
unbeaten or whatever you want. Be
Thank
careful.
you.
Thank you. Okay. Hi, everybody. We're winding down here. The last few teams are playing in their rubber matches, and then they'll have their final tournament. For the last teams to get their first place and the actual first place winner of the overall and all that good stuff. Well, thank you, everybody. Appreciate them being here. I want to thank Tom Murphy, Charlene Bowen, Jeff Kingsley, Jenny and Elmer Morse, Neil Anderson for the interviews. It's awesome. I was just talking to a gentleman, Al Martin, and had hoped to have him for an interview, but they've been winning. So they're still playing, still pitching, so it's kind of tough to get them when they're thinking about the shoes and instead of talking about for an interview. And I don't blame them. But anyway, talking with him, I got some information that, you know, somewhere around 1976 when the league started, and the gentleman that this is named after, Stuart M. Webb Horseshoe Courts, he was one of the founders of the Horseshoe League, along with Carl Cush and a few others. And, you know, Elmer Morse. So they were some of the beginners that started with just, you know, a couple of pits, and they played, they formed a team, and did their thing. And it gradually grew and grew and grew, and now you have 10 pits, 10 teams of 8 people on a team that will play all year round from April to now at the end of September in their normal league competitions. They turn around and they play each group of the other 9 teams. One team will play all the other 9 pits 3 times during the course of the summer and the fall and like that, early spring. So they have quite a few games that they play. And now with this behind me is the tournament, and it's winding down. You see less people throwing and like that. And they're doing their finals. They're either doing a rubber match and getting ready to have the finals. So it's been a long day, and it's still going on. They've had their food. They've been enjoying it. You know, Jeannie has been doing all the cooking all day, and she gave me an interview. She took a few minutes, which was great. You know, it was really great. So I thank her for that. I thank all the others. And next year, they start again in April. This year, they have November 10th as their banquet at the Elks Club in Mansfield. They'll be doing it again next year and the year after that. It's a good family thing for everybody. You will see during the time that they're here during the year that families are here, the kids are here running around and playing and having a good time. And it goes on and on and on. And with luck, to me, I hope it grows even more. You know, it'll be great for them. So right now it's staying at 10, and they can have 8 on a team, and they have a few people that are waiting to get in, which is even better. You know, it happens. The people move, people change their address, they go somewhere else, and they can't make it here, they move out of state, anything like that, and it becomes an opening. And that's the team, whoever's waiting or whoever makes the call to see if there is an opening, that's how you might end up in the league and throwing on a team, any given team. And it's a good group of people. So everybody, I hope they have a great day today, which they've had great weather. And I'm just going to wind it up and say thank you. I hope this answers any questions as far as the league. And I know there was a few things that I wanted to bring up that I never did. And it had to do with the shoes and how they throw them. And there's many different ways that people throw their shoes. You'll see some throwing it from the side, from the back, from the front. There's a flip, there's a twirl, there's all different things. So everybody has their own way of doing it, and it works for them. Again, enjoy your year. This is their final year, part of the year for them. Many of them will be going on to other tournaments in the region, out of state, and some of them in the past have gone national and played in national tournaments. It's a great combination of people. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. Maybe we'll see you again next year. Take care.
That girl from that high school.